All right, y'all. Welcome. We have some interesting things to discuss on this day. Hey, I have an echo. We have some interesting things to discuss on this day. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right, guys, we will be live in a few minutes. Going to go over Bitcoin, going to go over Ethereum, talk about my current trades, talk about my current targets, what I think is going to happen in these volatile markets. And as usual, if we can get this video up to 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin. However, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Thursday morning. The roosters are crowing and the chickens are chicking. And yeah, guys, may the Lord bless all of you in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. Some interesting things that I want to discuss on this day. Let us take a look at the Bitcoin chart right here, okay? First thing that popped out to me when I looked at this chart this morning is the fact that we are printing potentially a good old head and shoulders right here on the hourly. Not only are we printing it on the price action, but we're also printing it on the Market Cipher. On the 1 hour time frame, we can even see this on the 4 hour time frame, right? Where we can see we've got the shoulder, head, shoulder. You could draw a neckline right here, like this, somewhere like that. Yeah, that's not looking so great, right? That's not looking so great. But on the other side of that Bitcoin, guys, on the other side of that Bitcoin, we do have a very clear money flow curving to the upside on the 4 hour. On the 3 hour, we just got that money flow crossover, okay? The money is coming back into Bitcoin. The money is coming back in just a little bit. But at the same time here, you know, the money flow is crossing up while the price is coming down. I don't know, guys. I do not know. That's just something that stood out to me. Something that we need to keep an eye on. And I'm going to get into my targets for that later. But what I want to do is I want to go to the 2-day time frame. I want to take a look at Market Cipher. Market Cipher on the 2-day time frame just recently printed us about, it has confirmed maybe about 10 hours ago, 15, 12. How many hours are in a day, guys? I don't know. I don't know how many hours are in a day. But this thing confirmed last candlestick. And usually when these things confirm, we get some kind of a move, even in the most bearish of scenarios. If we come down and we print one of these big old green dots that low below the -60 line, even on in a bearish scenario, we will get some kind of a move. And in the past, we can go back and look. at something like this, right, where the money flow is coming way down, okay, and we print one of these deep waves down here, okay, it's a deep one, it's a deep wave, and let's just take a look at what happens when we print the wave, right? You know, we print this thing, and we get a little move at it, right? We get a nice 6, almost 7% move from it, and then later, when we get a trigger wave on the 2-day, that's where we get a really nice pop off, right? We get the trigger wave printing right here, and that's where we get a nice 28% move, a nice 28% move. So when we're coming that low, below the negative 60 line, guys, it usually means we are going to have some kind of upward movement. Now, of course, we could just flip this thing over. We could get the red wave right here, and then get the trigger wave up here, and we could see us coming down more before we get a move to the upside, or who knows, we might not get the move to the upside. But this is telling us that we are getting some kind of momentum to the upside on the large time frames. Come over to the daily time frame, and things are looking not that great, right? We have the VWAP is looking like it wants to just cross back below the 0 line. And the reason for that is because when we zoom in and look at the 4-hour, we can see that we're struggling right here, right? We're struggling. Even though the money is coming in, we're kind of trading sideways. Now, there is a bullish and a bearish scenario along with this. Here's why. If we're trading sideways like this, and we can see a clear bottom on Market Cipher on the 4-hour, where we can see upward direction to the left and upward direction to the right, so we can see that this is a clear bottom. If we've got the bottom and price is trading sideways and even forming, you know, these divergences on the 4-hour, right, where price was coming down a little bit and momentum was coming up a little bit, like this divergence, which, you know, did play out, right? That did play out. But trading sideways while money flow is coming up. And that to me is showing that that the pressure is coming back into Bitcoin, and we have yet to, you know what it's like? I don't know if any of you guys spray stuff in your garden where you have those air pumps where you pump the air up into it like a super soaker. You pump the air into the super soaker, and you could pump that thing all the way up until it starts squeaking when you pump it. Squeak, squeak, squeak. You're just squeezing that air in there. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it doesn't explode until you pull that trigger. You know, potentially for a bullish scenario, we are pumping the air into the super soaker. And we just need to pull that trigger, guys. Shout out to Super Googly, who says, if the bull run was over, we should be seeing alts pop like crazy, but they don't this time, ? That's a good point, Super Googly. That is a good point. Yeah, so, okay, somebody brings up a good point that there's a bearish divergence on the 12-hour RSI, right? The 12-hour RSI. And let's check it out. Let's check out that RSI on the 12-hour and see what we can see. I guess, are you referring to the price coming down like this while the momentum is staying sideways? I don't really see it on the 12-hour, to be honest with you. I see it kind of matching price quite well. That's just me. Of course, the bearish scenario in all this is that we don't actually get the money flow crossover, and we just come back down. And this potential head and shoulders that's playing out could come and bring us back down below this this neckline. And if we come back down to the $35,000 level, then to me that would become quite bearish, especially if we lose that level, So, speaking of levels, let's mark out some key levels and talk about where we can expect price to go if we lose certain levels. Now, first of all, I want to point out the fact that we have been trading right along this 21 EMA on the 4-hour quite consistently now since we first came above it 3 days ago. So that's actually a really good sign. Price for Bitcoin has not been trading above this 21 EMA since really May 9th, right? May 9th. That was the last time we were trading above that 21 EMA. That's crazy. That's crazy. So now we are consistently trading above the 21 EMA. That is a good sign. That is a really good sign. If we can get these EMAs to cross over where the 21 comes above the 55, then that means we are officially back in an uptrend on the 4-hour, which is a very powerful time frame. Shout out to Clutch Spawns, who says, "Morning, my man. How we looking today?" We're still in that period of decision, right? We're just trading in between these two areas, in between the January all-time high and the $35,000 level. Okay, so let's mark out some of these levels. First of all, okay, a hidden divergence. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's not confirmed yet. Understood. The 50 and the 200 are going to cross on the weekly. Interesting. Okay, so here are the main levels that I am trading with. First of all, these are the two most important levels that we need to look at. 35,000 and 42,000. The reason these are such important levels is because the $35,000 level is, believe it or not, guys, a daily level of support and resistance. It's also the high volume node from the January range that we were trading in back in January. In fact, if we go to the daily time frame and we just look at all this price action that we were trading back here in January, let's pull out our volume indicator here. And just pull it from here to here. We can see that really this $35,000 level is the area where the most volume was traded all throughout the month of January. And we were trading within this general range right here in January. We broke above it with one Elon Musk tweet, and now we have literally come right back into that same exact range, right? That same exact range with the same low and the same high. And so this center point right here is now acting as a support and resistance level, and we've been unable to lose that support. And if anybody doesn't know what I just did right here, what I did was I used an indicator called fixed range. It's free in TradingView, and what you can do is you can say, okay, I'm curious to know about the volume that was traded in just this section of price action. And so you can pull that thing out, and you can take it from, let's say as soon as we come above this line and as soon as we now exit. And of course, that was not correct the way I pulled it there. And what this does is it gives us a level of support and resistance. It gives us a level of support and resistance because the way volume works is the market will remember which areas a lot of buying and selling happened at, right? So if a lot of buying and selling happened right here along this line, when the market retraces, you'll notice this line was acting, this red line was acting as our support. When we dropped below it, it was now acting as our resistance, because the market will remember that there was a lot of liquidity in the market right there, a lot of buying and selling. And so if price drops under that, if it comes back up, the bears will be looking to fill large sell orders right there to push the price back down. And also, if we come above it, like we did here, and we finally come back to it, well, they're going to be looking to fill a lot of large buy orders right there. So we can use these areas of high volume as levels of support and resistance, as well as looking at just the price action in general to draw lines of support and resistance. Shout out to Joker in the chat. Joker, I know you messaged me, bro. I haven't had a chance to read them yet, but I will get back to you, my friend. I absolutely will. I've got tons of messages backed up. I've been literally in the car since Sunday. Travis Jansma says, not sure what's worse, losing life savings or 60 pounds of muscle due to illness. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so 35,000, that's a very important level. If we lose 35,000, then I will become much more bearish, The levels that we need to break above right now are the $42,000 level. This is the all-time high of the January pump, right? The pump that happened in December and January. If we can break this level of resistance, in fact, there's a little box we could draw right there. There's a little box I could put on the chart right here. There you go. If we can break above this box, guys, then I think we will be in very good shape. And because if we do break above the box and we break above this January all-time high, that will officially put us printing a higher high right here. Okay, because this was a high, this was a lower high, and we came down and we put a lower low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low. And then technically, you could say on the lower time frames we're printing higher highs and higher lows, and higher highs and higher lows. But to me, on the daily time frame, this would be the first real higher high that would, at least in my mind, confirm that we are officially moving now in an uptrend. Let me remove all these squiggly dots that I have going on here. So those are the two main levels. And then we have a whole bunch of other intermediary levels, which I think are still important. These two boxes right here, these two boxes are the most important areas for the future of Bitcoin. We need to break above these. Above this. Okay. Let's see here. Let us take a look. There's a lot of other levels that we can look at on the smaller time frames. Like if we're on the hourly time frame, there's lots of other levels that I have drawn out on my chart that I've been using to trade. I know this can get a little crazy right here, but on the smaller time frames, these have been acting as really good support and resistance levels. Right? We've got this this area right here between 37.9 and 38.1, which has been very respected. We've got this right here, 38.5. We can see price is respecting this level quite well. And then we have right here 39.2. Look at how these levels are respected. It was our support here, support, and then resistance. Support again, resistance, support. And then, this level right here is an important one as well, 40.1. Coming all the way back to these areas. And then, of course, we have the January all-time high, which was a very strong area of resistance. Once we lost it, once we came below it, we were unable to break above it. So let's see what can happen right now. I'm really keeping my eye on this head and shoulders that potentially is printing right here because, it's printing on Market Cipher as well. All right, guys, so currently, I am in only long positions, okay? I'm in long positions that were here, and now they're gone. So I don't know how that happened. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me just 1 second. I don't know if my orders got canceled out or not, but that was strange, right? Was that not strange? I think potentially that I'm not logged into Bybit. That's strange. That is quite strange. What in the world is going on right now? What in the world? Let me see. What is going on with this? What is going on? All right. Yeah. Okay. I found out what was going on, guys. Somehow, I got logged out of Bybit. I somehow got logged out. Can you believe that? Can you guys believe that? It's crazy. Yeah. Let me pop into the chat and just make sure we're still here. Are we still here, y'all? Are we still here? We're still here. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay, so Bitcoin currently coming up, hitting this resistance. Let's see what's happening on the lower time frames. Okay, so on the 1 minute, we're hitting a resistance. What I don't see is any kind of bearish divergence, right? But it's still a resistance. What I would really want to see is I would want to see us come up and potentially either put in a bearish divergence on the 1 minute or just start printing lower highs on here. But currently the two trades that I am in, currently in are long trades. I'm long on Bitcoin and I'm long on Ethereum, okay? These are swing trades. I've been long on Bitcoin since 32K. I've been long on Ethereum since I posted about it in the Discord a few nights ago when I was doing some TA. And in here, I was just looking at the Ethereum chart saying, guys, it's been so long since we've been waiting so long. And where did I post that? Where did I even post that? Yeah, I posted it right here. So we've been waiting so long for Ethereum to come back down to these levels. It would be foolish and irresponsible of us to not look for long positions during these types of scenarios, right? We've been waiting when Ethereum was all up in these highs, right? I'm like, guys, I'm waiting for Ethereum to come back down and test this trend line. We came back down. We got the first bounce. We came below. We came back above. So yeah, I went for it. I'm going to swing long for Ethereum right now. Also for Bitcoin as well. And look at this, guys. We just broke up above this resistance. That's pretty cool. That is pretty dang cool. Let's take a look now at the 4 hour. You know, here's the thing. If this money flow crosses over, I really think we can have the juice. If the 4 hour money flow crosses over, I think we can have the juice to at least get to this January all-time high. Is this not exciting, guys? Is this not exciting? Look at this FOMO blue candle right here. This is pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. I think we could have the juice. And if we break this January all-time high, guys, I think we're going to see then 43 and then 45 and then 47. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Would it not? Would it not? Look at this momentum here on Market Cipher. Let's come to the 1 hour. So if we are able to come up above this high, then this head and shoulders would be invalidated. So if we can come up at least to 41, that would be pretty nice. If this VWAP can continue upwards and this money flow can continue upwards, that would be pretty nice. Let us see what happens here. Let us see what happens. Let me pop back into the chat here. Shout out to Angel for Truth, who thinks 42K by tomorrow. People are talking about ETH breaking out. Let's take a look at ETH real quick, guys. Let us take a look at ETH. I'm glad that I went swing long on ETH, guys. Sorry about that. I'm glad I'm long on ETH right now. I really am. Yes, Blues says we have to get above the 20-week EMA, and that's the 1 week 21 EMA is what I'm tracking. And people are saying, are we not forming a rising wedge right now? It's possible that we are. You know, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, you could draw it like that, but if I don't know if we, you know, I think this is probably more of what we've got going on right now. You know, I think this is more of what we've got going on, and you can even extend this this trend line back a little bit and see that, you know, we wicked, and then it was our resistance, and then it got flipped into our support. So I think this is more of an accurate depiction of what we've got going on right here. But let's take a look at Ethereum. Okay, so this is my Ethereum chart, guys, and you know, this red box down here was my buy zone for Ethereum, because when we were way up here, 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 not so much when we were way up here, but as we were coming up this, I'm like, where would be a great place to buy in Ethereum? And of course, the trend line that was our resistance for so long, since February 3rd, was a great place. You know, this would have been a great place too. I did not get in here, unfortunately, guys. I did not. But look at what's happening right now in the 12-hour time frame for Ethereum. We are holding very well the 21 EMA as our support. We're also holding the 382 fib level as our support. We've been unable to lose that on the 12-hour time frame. I think that's very, very significant. For me, the area that we're at right now is always a target right in between the 382 and the 0.5 Fibonacci level. This is always a target for me. If we're pulling our fib from the all-time high to that swing low in order to obtain targets, the first place we will inevitably come up to, if we're going to get the bounce off of there, is right between the 382 and the 0.5. At least I found that to be the case. So if we're able to come above the 55 EMA, then I believe we're going to come to the 618, at least to the 618. And look at the 618, this golden ratio right here. We've got a lot of support and resistance right here just in general. We actually have a lot of volume right there too, right? If we just pull out our good old visible range indicator, it's good and it's old. Look at the high volume spike we get right here, right around the 618 level. So this is really where I'm setting my targets at for this Ethereum swing long, because if we're going to come up and then reject, it makes sense we would come up to that high volume node, and then if we're going to continue in a downtrend, in a bear market, it makes sense to me we would reject off of the 618. Now that we've come above the 382, the 618 is the next place that I've really got my sights set on. And by the way, guys, if you want to learn all this stuff, how to do fibs, how to draw levels, and all that goodness, how to trade on Bybit, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This is my trading course where I go through everything about support and resistance, technical analysis, and the goal of this is to give you the skills and the confidence you need to become a profitable trader and backtest the strategy so that you don't get discouraged. Even if you end up on a losing streak, you can still be profitable with the information you will receive in this course. We go over Market Cipher, how to use Market Cipher in detail, how to create and test your own strategy. I even give 4 strategies that you can use right out of the box to start winning trades. Pretty nice, guys, pretty nice. And if we can get this video up to 500 likes, I will give away a discount code. There's one in the description, I think, for 7% off, but I'll give a nice juicy one if we can get this up to 500 likes. If we can get this up to 1,000 likes, finding some resistance here on the 12-hour. If we can get this up to 1,000 likes, I will give away the course for free to one lucky winner. And if we can get this video up to 3 3,000 likes, y'all, I will give away 0.1 BTC on this stream. 0.1 BTC. That is nuts, guys. That is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Also, guys, if for some crazy reason you're not on Bybit yet, if you use my affiliate link in the description of the video, they have a whole bunch of cool bonuses. You can get up to $1,000 just for joining. Check it out, guys. If you deposit 0.01 Bitcoin, you can get $15. 15. Oh my goodness, mind-blowing money here, guys. Mind-blowing. And if you deposit 0.02 Bitcoin, wow, $30. You will really be rolling in the dough if you sign up and deposit some Bitcoin. Of course, if you deposit 2 Bitcoin, wow, you will get $1,000. But here's the thing, guys. If we can get this video to 3,000 likes and somebody wins the 0.1 Bitcoin that I'm going to give away, then you can get $150 for free. And if you get that $150 and you do 100x leverage on that, that's $100, right? That's $100, also known as 15,000 smackaroonies. So make sure to get this. Also, guys, Bybit has a whole bunch of stuff in their reward sub, right? You can get $50 just for depositing within the first 48 hours. Just for following them on social media, you get $5. If you're not signed up yet, there's a lot of incentive just to come on here and get free money to trade with. You can keep all the profit you make. It's pretty dang cool. Enough about Bybit. Enough about Bybit. Let us get back into Ethereum and Bitcoin. Man, oh man. Where are all my levels? Here they are. So yes, guys, as I was saying, you know, I am swing long on Ethereum. My final target is right up here, right around the 3,371 area. This is where I'm shooting for, okay? This is the moon. This red box was the Earth. And right here are the Van Allen radiation belts, okay? Right now, the Van Allen radiation belts are causing some severe problems to our machinery, okay, to our bodies, okay? Some of us, you know, we might see, you know, stars or something like that. Other people might see nothing. You know, I'm really hoping that the price action doesn't know that the Van Allen belts exist, because if they don't know it exists, we'll be able to blast right through here to the moon at our target. And that's what's going on for Ethereum, guys, on the higher time frames, Let's take a look at the 2-day for Ethereum. Again, looks juicy, guys. Looks super juicy. On the 2-day, printing this tight trigger wave right here. You know, shout out to Logan Davis. Oh, and Zayad thinks I'm recommending 100x leverage. Guys, please, I'm sorry, that was a joke. Sarcasm. Please don't ever use 100x leverage, guys. That was seriously a joke. Please don't anyone take that seriously. And remember, guys, this is not financial advice. This is entertainment purposes only. If for some reason you think this is financial advice, not only will you lose all your Bitcoin and your Ethereum, but you'll lose your fiat currency. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose your phone, and it's going to be on silent mode, so you won't be able to call it. And Find My iPhone is not going to be turned on because you were too lazy to set that up when you got the phone. You're going to lose your car keys. You're not going to be able to drive to the store to get a new phone. You're not going to be able to call your boss and tell her that you can't come to work, so she's going to give you a no-call, no-show. You're going to get fired. Okay, it's going to be horrible. All because you thought this was financial advice. Logan Davis in the chat dropping some crazy stuff in here. My man. Shout out to Memory Man also in the chat. Shout out to Memory Man. Thank you for being here, my brother. 100x leverage with conservative stop losses. Yes, Ronnie, the head and shoulders forming on the Bitcoin chart. Yep, that was one of the first things I noticed when I woke up this morning. And I went outside to the roosters, and chickens, and the other animals out there, and the plants in the garden. The peas are coming up nice, and I done pulled out my phone. I'm like, dang it, look at this head and shoulders, you know. But yeah, for Ethereum, guys, 2-day looking juicy on Market Cipher. 12-hour, you know, depending on what happens here, we're getting a period of consolidation between the two moving averages. If we break out of this, you know, we could see an extension of this. We could see an extension of this wave. We very well could. We very well could. Right now, I think it's equal bullish and bearish potential. We come to Ethereum on the 4-hour. We're getting this green dot right here. We're getting this green dot. It's higher than the previous green dot. Shout out to Raul. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Raul. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. So Ethereum looking inverse head and shouldery, right? Yeah. Bitcoin has got the short-term head and shoulders printing. Ethereum does not have that, but yeah, you could say that Ethereum has got the inverse head and shoulders going on too, right? And then we've got this, I guess, would this be? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. You know, this would be a really small shoulder, I guess. But either way, this is a resistance that we're coming up to, right? Regardless if it's a head or a shoulder or any other body part, okay? Any body part that this is still a resistance that we need to break out of. And we've got the 4-hour juice. It looks like the money flow on Market Cipher is going to curve to the upside. When we come to the 3-hour, what do we see? We're just getting that curvature right there. We're getting the curvature. We are getting the curvature. Shout out to my good friend. Where's my good friend in here? Logan Davis. Logan Davis, we're getting the curvature, my friend. We're getting the curvature. And you know, let's just keep our eyes on this. Let's go to the 1-hour. Okay, the 1-hour is looking like it might need to cool off a little bit. The 24-minute, the money flow is getting thick, guys. Let's zoom into the 1 minute and see if we can really dissect some things here. Wow, wow, wow. Money flow getting thick on the 1 minute, guys. We'll really know in a bit if we will be able to come above this resistance right here, right? Because if we're able to get a nice thing right here, the VWAP cross, we could come above this resistance. We could pump above that resistance. But on the other side of that Bitcoin, guys, you know, if we start printing red diddly doots and they're lower and lower, you know, then we can see us coming down. We'll be able to see us coming down for Ethereum. But until we come back down, and here's my plan, because, you know, I'm long, y'all. I'm long on ETH. It's a swing long. It's a swing long right here, up 70%, 69 if I put my cursor over it, okay? I am not going to close out my long unless, okay, even though we've got this area of resistance right here, okay, unless we come back and print the lower low, which technically, guys, would be down here at this red line, I'm just gonna keep my position open. I'm gonna keep my position open. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Okay, low leverage. Shout out to Master of None 91133. Those are some interesting numbers you got there. Shout out to Crypto Chad. Shout out to Logan Davis. Man, the chat is getting conspiratorial in here, guys. We need to chill before this channel gets banned. You know, we can't be talking about crazy stuff like that, guys. Come on now. Come on. Okay. And just so everybody knows, I believe everything that I see on TV. In fact, I don't believe anything unless I see it on TV. So lest anybody think that good old Jason Casper, right, just because he's a southern hillbilly, right, doesn't believe what he sees on the television, right? Even though I ain't got television, but I believe it with all my heart. Oh, yes, sir. Because I'm a conservative man. I love me some George W. Bush. Give me some of that George Dubs. Logan Davis, you know what? I love that channel, man. I do. Oh, man. Okay, enough of this. Okay, so Bitcoin getting the rejection off not only our level that we drew by eye, but also this 21 EMA on the 12-hour, which, as we can see, was what was keeping us from getting back up to this January all-time high. It's very important. Let's all cheer Bitcoin on right now because it's extremely important that we can come up to this high. And guys, in the intermediary, right, in between looking for these big levels, right, these big levels where, of course, the first thing you would look to do up here is short, right? Of course, it's a resistance. You short resistances, you long supports. That's just the most responsible thing to do. Shout out to Wax Inc. Waxing Academy. Green dot printing on the top. I thought if the wave was on the top, we were about to come down. Wax Academy. Okay, let me talk about. Oh man, people don't like the G Dubs up in here, man. Get some G Dubs. Get some good old G Dubs. All right. So the green dots can print above, and what that means is it means momentum is coming up. Like if nothing is printing above the zero line, that means we are we're in a severe downtrend, right? Nothing is printing above the zero line. Once everything starts printing above the zero line, that means we're in an uptrend. That means we got the momentum on our side. Okay, we have the momentum on our side right now. And shout out to Trampus who just put $5 into Bitcoin. Should help it pump. You are awesome, bro. Thank you for pumping the Bitcoin price for us. Thank you for pumping it for us. Shout out to Super Googly. Is it time to pull out our fibs? It's always time to pull out your fib, my friend. It's always time. Yeah, we could pull out some fibs, right? Let's pull out some fibs. Let's see what's going on here. If we pull our fib, you know, we could. Where do you want to pull it from? What are we reaching for, Super Googly? Are we going to pull it from the swing high to the swing low to see what's going on? We can see we're rejecting off the 786 right here, pretty much perfectly in this last move from the swing high to the swing low. Let's take a look now at some lower time frames because clearly we're coming into some form of resistance here. Yes, and you can see we're either going to print. It's looking like we're coming down, guys, because this is a lower wave here. But if we start printing the lower highs and if we start printing lower red dots and we can see the money flow starting to curve down on the 1 minute, then we're definitely not going to come. We're not going to come above this. Not right now. Not right now. What we want to see on Market Cipher is we want to make sure that the higher time frames, the 4 hour, are still maintaining their how should I say, their bullish sentiment, while also the lower time frames have had time to reset. Let us watch and see if we can get a higher high and blast through this resistance, or are we going to get a little rejection? Are we going to get a little rejection? Go to the 3 minute here. You know, the perfect trades, guys, are going to be where when we come up to a resistance, you see a divergence printing on Market Cipher. A divergence where price is getting higher. And whoa, that was scary. Almost had a face reveal on screen, guys. Whew, that would have been so scary. I can't let you guys know what I look like. Oh my goodness. This technically is, if we take a look here, a divergence. Yeah, technically is a divergence on the 5 minute where the price is getting higher and the momentum is getting lower. That's technically a divergence right there. So let's watch and see what happens. You know, if we're unable to print the higher highs, we print the lower highs and stuff like that. You know, you might be looking for a short off of this level. And really the way you're going to enter these trades is, you know, if you see that we're coming down to a level of support or resistance, and honestly, guys, the past few days, it's been intense, like finding those good trade entries. We haven't really seen that too many divergences. But if you see something like this, where, let's see, we're coming down to a support right here, right? This is a perfect example. We're coming down to a support, and momentum is getting higher on Market Cipher while the price is coming down, okay? This means we are going to get a bounce off of that support, and you can enter a position right there. And the way you're going to set your position up is you're just going to enter when we get the bounce. You're going to put your stop loss below that last swing low, and then you're going to set your take profits along the way up. And the way you're going to set your take profits, y'all, is we're just going to look into the past and see where did we find sticking point on these low time frames. On the 1 minute, we found a sticking point right here. So you take some profit out right there, and you know, just let the rest ride. Okay, you know what I'm saying, y'all? Yeah, people are saying I've been uncovered. You know, people are saying I've uncovered myself before. Because of the fact that my face has been shown on camera multiple times, and in my old videos my face is there too. But yeah, I don't want it to happen again, right? Let's see if we can get this video. Clay says I look like Mr. Rogers. I hope that's true. I'm a big fan of the Roginator. The old Roginator. Yeah, FY Fishing says I rarely find a good short after the 4-hour green dot. So people are asking about the 4-hour 24-minute strategy right now. Let's take a look at that right now and just see. You know what? I find it's best, friends, if it's while the 4-hour is printing the green dot. Okay, that we enter on the 24-minute. But let's just take a look at that, okay? Let's take a look at that right here. This is, believe it or not, guys, this is a nice trade that I entered right last night. Okay. And got stopped out of. Got stopped out of the trade, guys. And then, of course, after I get stopped out, the price pumps. Right? Okay. Enough about my life. So sad. It's so sad. Man, you know, this is not the type of 4-hour 24 I would like to enter, guys. Simply because I like to enter when the money flow is crossing over. I mean, you could enter, right? You could, but it's just not the best in my mind. It's not the most probable in my mind, especially since, guys, you know, you know, right now on the lower time frames, we're printing lower highs, right? We're printing lower highs. I would really like to just see, you know, what happens. I really like to, when we're doing the 4-hour 24-minute strategy, I like to look for something more substantial, like we want to see really something like this on the 24-minute, right? If we see something like this where the money flows is crossing over and it's a lower wave, but we still see the clear direction, that's really what we want to see. If we're doing those higher dots on the 24-minute like this, okay? Look at what's happening to the momentum. It's lower than the last green dot. That's not the kind of green dot we want to enter. We want to enter a green dot that's higher than the last green dot. It's very important. It's very important that you enter the green dot that's higher than the last green dot. And if anybody is unfamiliar with the 4-hour 24-minute strategy, check out my YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com/Jason Casper, you can find it out. Shout out to Daniel Beck, who loves my videos and the content on the jokes and the jokes. Yeah, guys, let's get this video up to 500 likes so I can give a sweet 20% discount. Right, Luis Rivera, Mr. Rogers was a tattooed Marine sniper. That's why he always wore sweaters. And yeah, same with me, guys. Same with me. I'm a tattooed. Yeah, I'm not a Marine though. I'm not a Marine. Never been in the Marines. You know. Never been in the Marines. David Chappelle wants to know, do I look like my farmer character? Are you talking about this guy right here? This guy on the tractor? With the Bible and the laptop and the orange tractor and the Bitcoin and the Market Cipher logo? I don't know, man. I don't know. Shalom, Leon. Ma shlomcha. David Johnson, do I have a journal of all my trades? I don't. I used to. I don't. But unfortunately, I no longer do that. But I should. I really should. So let's see what happens here, guys. Let us see what happens. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah. So look at the 1 minute now. You know, it's coming down. It's coming down. Printing the lower highs. Let's go to the 3 minute. Look at this. See, the 3 minute wanted to curve up, but looks like it's not gonna. Looks like it's not gonna. Yeah, even on the 12 minute, guys, we can see we need to come down. We need to cool off. We need to cool off a little bit. People are asking what's up with Carl from the moon. Everyone knows I like Carl from the moon. Everybody knows that I like him. Does the course teach how to not flop and grope? Yeah, it'll teach you that. Yeah, it'll teach you to have a plan. That's the thing. Flopping and groping only comes from not having a plan. You can go on a losing streak and not flop and grope, as long as you have a plan in place. You know, a plan in place. And you know, whoa, what does that mean? I don't know. Some kind of an alarm, guys. So we are currently, look at this. It's very important. This is the 786 fib pull that we came up and found perfect resistance on. And now we tested it. Let's see if we lose the 786. Losing it right now. Losing it right now. Losing it right now. And so, you know, because we don't have any kind of divergence here, at least not one that I can see with my eye, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. But really, look, came up to the resistance, lower lows, lower highs. Let's see what happens now as we come back up for a retest. And then you would look to short. You would look to short the resistance, and you know, technically you'd have to put your stop loss up here because that's the last swing high. But if you want to get risky about it, right, you could wait. You could put your stop loss lower if you don't want to lose that much. And you know, looks like we're gonna print. You could now look at. We can clearly see the momentum coming down right here. We can clearly see it coming down. We're not printing anything above the zero line. I know it's the 1 minute, but we have to remember, first we're seeing that we're coming to a resistance. And so this looks like it wants to print the green dot, and it may or it may not. Ideally, you would want to see the green dot get printed, us come up here, and then reject off of that. But then this would be your entry, and then you would set your take profit. Well, I guess the first one, I probably set it right here because this is a level that seems to be respected, right? We've got it as our resistance here, our support here, our resistance here, our resistance right here. Of course, guys, I'm not entering this trade, just so you know. I'm not in this position. I'm long. I am long. I'm long. This would be if you're trying to scalp short, right? But I'm swing long on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. $64 Nishiganda Padile says, is this a bearish or a bullish market? You know, technically, if we want to get technical, okay, if we want to get technical, you know what I would say? I would say that this is a sideways market right now, and we need to make a decision. We need to make a decision. A decision, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm curious. I'm real curious to see, though, you know, are we going to reclaim this 786? This is a key level. If Bitcoin loses this level, you know, I can see us coming down more. But if we reclaim this 40K-ish level, then let's pump it up to the 42K. Let's pump it up. Let's pump it up. David says that was a political response. Yeah, it was kind of political. If Bitcoin drops to 30K, what's my guess for Ethereum? Well, if Bitcoin does drop to 30K, guys, then for Ethereum, I'm expecting Ethereum to come back down to the levels that that we saw, that I said I would close my position before we get to those levels, right? The equivalent to the 30K, the Bitcoin 30K, is pretty much the equivalent of Ethereum coming back down to, you know, 1800. 1800. Yep, Jordan. It's a swing failure pattern. Uptrend losing steam. You know, I would agree. It does really look like that. Absolutely, it does really look like that. But you know, just so you know, guys, I am not in this position. But you know, as long as we are unable to form the higher highs, and we just keep printing the lower highs, then you know, we're gonna come down. We're gonna come down. So the only real place where you should have, if you're in this position, to put your stop loss is above the last high right here, right? And then, and I'm not advising anybody to enter this position either, right? Because I'm not a financial advisor. But I would say, you know, when we come up to a resistance, we claim it, and then we come and we start doing the lower, right? That's usually a sign that we need to cool off. It's usually a sign that we need to cool off just a smidgen. Doesn't always mean that, right? Doesn't always mean that, but it's usually a sign. Because, you know, we've got this green dot on the 1 minute, and haven't really been able to to reclaim these types of levels here. And this, you know, in my mind, unless you have your take profit level set much lower, like down here, you know, you want to make sure you're entering trades that have good risk to reward ratios, right? Because the last swing high determines where you should put your stop loss. So if you have to put your stop loss way up here, you know, which some people might feel like they should, or if you have to put your stop loss here, remember, you know, your risk to reward is 3 times more reward than risk. You want to make sure you keep that ratio very good. You want to make sure you keep it very good. Jason Jones wants to know about this thing I have down here. This is Market Cipher. This is a paid indicator, and it honestly is an amazing indicator. It's the only indicator I use, besides just lines of support and resistance, Fibonacci, and volume and stuff like that. You can get a 5% discount on Market Cipher if you click the link in the description of this video, right down here. Market Cipher, get a sweet 5% discount if you use this code. Also, guys, got a bearish divergence on the 15-minute, somebody says. Let's check that out. Let's check that out, the 15-minute bearish div. Oh yeah, that's a bearish div right there for sure. Is that still a bearish div? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's a bearish div. That's a bearish div on the 15-minute, y'all. But just so everybody knows, like, I am not shorting this right now. I am still just long only on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Long only on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm primarily a swing trader. If anybody is new to this channel, I am primarily a swing trader. I'm not a big scalper. I've been getting into it more recently, but I like to do those big swings because I find that they are way less stressful and you can make some insane gains on the swings. Yeah, you can definitely make some insane gains on the swings. Scott, I do use the Wolfpack ID, but I haven't been as much, but I still use it. Where did I start the fib for the 786 extension? Okay, good question. Here it is. Let me zoom out here on the 4 hour. I pulled it from, as you can see, the I pulled it from this high up here, this swing high up here, to this swing low down here. So this swing high up here to this swing low down here. So I pulled it from 42,407 down to 31,046, and that 786 level, I feel, has been generally respected, right? It was our resistance here. We had a fake out, but then we were resistance again, and let's see what happens right here. Let's see what happens right here. You know, I'm really hoping, guys, that we can come up with Bitcoin and just blast through here, right? So that this head and shoulders can be invalidated, because head and shoulders is a bearish pattern, right? Bearish pattern. A head, shoulders, knees and toes pattern, and a pencil neck pattern as well. The pencil and neck pattern is also a bearish pattern. But, you know, like I was saying earlier, the market cipher in general is looking bullish. It's looking bullish in general. And guys, just so you know, if you somebody wants to know the average length of my swings, honestly, I stay in them for like days to weeks. I stay in them for days to weeks, right? I actually technically still short on Ethereum. I'm still short on Ethereum from a much higher price until we break above this level right here. If we can break above this level on Ethereum, right around 3,000, I will close out my Ethereum short. I would still be short on Bitcoin, but I closed it out by accident. I'm not going to short these lows. And but I've been long on Bitcoin since last week, and I've been long on Ethereum since earlier this week. And I have no reason to close them out. And there's a few different ways to do it. I actually go over in my course how to manage these open swing trades, how to manage the open swing trades. If you're interested in that, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. You know, this course is basically everything I wish I knew before I started trading. We go over, you know, how to manage open trades in the trading strategy section, how to do the swings and all that kind of stuff. Check it out, jasoncaspertrading.com. Also, guys, if you have not yet signed up for Bybit and you want to, they are still having their deposit bash. You can get up to $1,000 just for depositing. And if we can get this video up to 3,000 likes, guys, and I do get to give away the 0.1 Bitcoin, like I was saying before, you can get $150 for free. So let's get this video up to 3,000 likes so I can give away 0.1 Bitcoin. But even if you just deposit 0.01 Bitcoin, right, you could still get 15 smackaroonies. Imagine what you could do with 15 smackaroonies. I'll tell you what I would do with that money. Well, there's not much you can do with it except trade with it. unfortunately. But if I had 15 bucks, right, and I was trading with that 15 bucks, 1x leverage, and I made 1%, I'll tell you what I would do with those 15 cents. I'll tell you what I would do with those 15 cents. Also, guys, you know, Bybit, if you don't have it yet, you can get a lot of stuff. You can get a lot of stuff for new signups. If you use my affiliate link, they have 50 bucks just for signing up and depositing something, $5 for liking them on Facebook. Just for trading actively for 7 days, you get another 10 bucks. I mean, you could really rack up the dough in here and have a lot to trade with, which is nice. It's nice, guys. It's nice. Let me see. All right. I'm going to have to cut this stream, guys. I appreciate you all. Anonymous, 1,000 likes, I will give away the course for free, my friend. 1,000 likes, I will give away the course for free. 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin. Mr. Miller, I know, Mr. Miller. You gotta tell all your friends to come watch the video and like it, man. Mr. Miller, why are you slacking, my friend? Shout out to Crypto Yacht. Shout out to Fondi Andika. Matic, I was super bullish on Matic a few weeks ago, and honestly, I haven't had the time to do my TA on Matic, so I cannot lie to you. Yeah, chickens drinking water. That's a good way to trade. Yeah. Anonymous 5. You know, if you promote me, man, and get a lot of likes on this video, you know, we'll give it away. We will give it away. Joe Logan, how much is the course? It's $300. But here's the thing. If we can get this video up to 500 likes, I'll drop a 20% discount in the chat. So let's see. Can we get this thing up to 500 likes, guys? That's 79. Can we get 79 likes? If we can get 79 likes, I will give away a 50% discount. So here we are, zoomed in, up to 432. You know, people. Now here's the thing: people are dipping out. They're like, "Yeah, I'm over this. You know, no more TA. I'm tired of this. I'm getting out." So the likers have to out fast the viewers, right? The viewers are going down. People are like, "Man, I'm out of here. I'm out of here." But the likers, come on, guys, come on, y'all. Y'all got to do it. Y'all got to do it. Augustin says, "Why do you speak like CryptoFace?" You know what? I don't speak like CryptoFace. Okay. I think me and CryptoFace just have a similar style of speaking. You have to understand that. You know, I like CryptoFace because he reminds me of. I don't want to say he reminds me of myself. That's not true, but I do like his personality. I feel like me and CryptoFace have some similarities in our personalities. Okay, a lot of differences, but a lot of similarities. And yeah, people always say that, but it's not like I'm out here trying to talk like CryptoFace. It just is who I am. It just is who I am. All right, can we get that 500? I mean, come on, guys. I gotta dip out. We gotta get it in the next 3 minutes. We gotta get it in the next 3 minutes. All right, let's get it. Let's get it by when this video has been streaming for 1 hour and 13 minutes. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this. We only need a few more, guys. We only need a few more. 7 more. Shalom, Linus. מה שלומך? אני מקווה שהכל טוב איתך. All right, guys, one more. Oh, we got it. Awesome. All right, now we get to vote. What should the coupon be called? What should the coupon code be? you know. What should it be? Andrew says, CryptoFace speaks better Hebrew than I do. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if CryptoFace actually does speak better Hebrew than good old Billy. You know, I just don't know that. Okay. All right, guys. I just created a coupon, 25% off. Here it is right here. Here's the code, y'all. Here's the code, y'all. And there are only 35 times this coupon can be used. 35 times. Dave Chappelle brings up a good point that CryptoFace is a bro. He's not a brew. Shout out to Remy. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all. I really do. I really do. Okay, so this code right here is for 20% off this trading course. Okay, that's what it's for. Let me go to this website, right? And then use this code called here's a code, y'all. And I appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you. May the Lord bless all of you. This blue wave, this is Market Cipher for my YouTube chat, guys. This is how many people are in the chat. That's what it is, Jordan. This is Market Cipher, about to print. We just printed a red dot here, right? Red dot up here, and now we're coming down a little. We need to print a little green dot right here to keep this going. Yeah, so may the Lord bless all of you in the name of Yeshua, the name of Jesus, the Messiah. Yep, Crypto Chad, you know, Dave Chappelle is up in my chat. I pray that the Lord does reveal himself to all of you in a very personal way. In a very personal way. And let's make the gains, guys. Let us make these gains. Let us make these gains. Let's see if that short that I was in would have been stopped out by now or in profit. Let's take a look. Stopped out. Stopped out. Glad I didn't take that short. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Interesting, guys. I really think, you know, if I know you're not supposed to trade with your gut, but man, I'm bullish. I'm more bullish than bearish on Bitcoin. I mean, that's why I'm long. I am long. Look at this VWAP. It's nice, guys. Could we extend this wave up a little bit? Extend it up. What if we got this? What if we got that kind of wave? What if we got that kind of direction on Market Cipher? Money flow crosses over and kablam. I mean, you know, even on the 3 hour, we get the money flow crossing over and we get this pump, right? So 2 hour, money flow crosses over right around here. And we came down actually a good amount from that point. But we were pretty high up on the momentum, right? The 4 hours about to give us a money flow cross when we're still pretty low on the momentum here. And just going back historically, you know, looking at whenever the money flow crosses to the green on the 4 hour, I mean, we get some nice pumpages going on, you know? We get some nice pumpages. I mean, right here, we get a nice little pump, you know? Right here, we get a nice little pump. And when it really is in the purple and then curves up into the blue, you know, we get some pumps. We get some nice pumps, right? And even if we go back to the crypto winter, right? Like back in 2019, where Bitcoin was so cheap that, you know, it was like, you know, look at this. We get the money flow crossover and poof, you know. And even right here, we get the money flow crossover. And it's not the biggest move in the world, y'all. It's not the biggest move, but it's still a move. I mean, if we zoom the candles in, right, nobody would say that this right here is not a move, right? No one say that that's not a move. I think that's a move. It's a smooth move, guys. Lots of fiber. All right. Peace, y'all. I pray that the Lord does bless each and every one of you. And I'll see y'all in the next stream.